everyone. Ben Bryce, joined by Greg McBride to give you your midday mayhem. We haven't talked to you in a few weeks. It's kind of been a weird time with the holidays lining up on the day we usually record some of these. And Greg, since the last time we spoke, these markets have not been fun to look at.
No, I've got a very not PC thing to say about them. But this is what we've talked about, right? It's the larger carryout until the USDA wants to recognize a production issue, which we know there's going to be some out there. Right? The Northern Plains, the Upper Midwest. I mean, even go to the Southeast, there's problems, but that's how averages are. Right. So until the USDA wants to maybe shed some light on what they're seeing, the driver's seat is clearly in the hands of the funds, and right. They are selling like crazy. I mean, they can't sell it fast enough at this point.
Right. And for a while there, earlier in the springs, the funds were coming back in and buying this stuff, and that's kind of where we got those May highs to come in.
Yeah.
Right when they were starting to buy it back, starting in February.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And since then, the funds have been adding to their shorts. They were at nearly record shorts yesterday. We had the holiday last week, so the commitment of traders was pushed back to Monday.
Right.
And they're nearly record, I think 99% in corn and maybe 80% in beans, near the record shorts. And with the selling continuing, especially in the beans, and we're seeing more and more open interest, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this coming Friday, if we do see another week of the funds selling.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And one of the things you got to look at is that bean oil market.
Right.
Funds were short 99% of their record in bean oil as of 2 weeks ago. Last week they came in and just bought a ton. I mean, we had an epic rally in bean oil, and crude oil was making a nice move. Bean oil is rallying; it's pulling the beans with it. This week, as soon as we start out this week, we went into Friday and everything looks good. We finished on Friday. Everybody started looking like, hey, maybe we can lighten up on short positions, because that bean oil market was taking off. Corn, beans, wheat all had a great day. And then you start this week and bean oil takes a step back. Well, funds showed that they basically halved their position, their short position. And all of a sudden, this is what we've seen. Lighten up on that short position. Get everybody a bull trap, whatever you want to call it. Now you don't have that support from the bean oil making a move to pull the beans up. And what do? We take 45 cents off.
That's where we're at
in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. I mean, it's not like anything really changed on the bean side of things.
No.
It's not like the crop got magically, bigger. It's not like we added 4 million acres or anything like that. It's just you gave the funds gave us a little bit of a hope, and then said, no. We're not ready to give up on that short position just yet.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing. I mean, we were so used to, maybe from 2020 to 2023, of having these massive moves every day, and these crazy headlines that were coming out. Yeah. And then really ever since the end of 23 till about now, the moves have been fairly tight. Corn hasn't been moving as much, beans haven't been moving that as much. But for the past 2 weeks, we've been getting moves, report day moves, in terms of price changes almost every day. And beans, something for the past few days, is something that I specifically look.
Yeah, and what's uncommon, because we do see 20 to 30 cent moves in beans more frequently than we like, but we do see them. What's uncommon is to see the corn get beat up as bad as it did yesterday. I can't remember a non-report day where we've seen a larger than 15 cent move in the corn.
And for what? More rain coming in? Is it weather related? Is it everyone just expecting production numbers to be better?
The farmer is probably at some point there's some give up sales there. Some of it is just, the funds coming back in, like you said, 99% of their short, but it just, I guess that extra rain, maybe it's the fact that the heat that's coming in over the northern plains isn't dipping down into the heart of the Midwest, because you've got that hurricane kind of pushing that ridge a little bit further north, keeping it into Canada and into the northern plains. So I mean, I get it. We're going to pollinate in not ideal conditions, but very good conditions. And that's the tough part about it. But it's like, man, according to where we think our ending stocks are, we're at fair value now. So anything below here is really just, I mean, it's like icing on the cake for the short position, but I mean, inputs don't warrant us being this low. I mean, the farmer is getting their butts kicked right now.
Right.
And this is where you can run into some desperate maneuvers by producers about selling cash or selling extra cash, or even just going all in on long positions to protect insurance levels. And it can get expensive, but it's like sometimes cooler heads have to prevail. If you start to see the market come up, maybe that's the second, third, fourth time that we get a chance to maybe sell at a higher price. But try not to just panic at this point, because it can get very emotional down here. And that's the key right now.
That's your one closer to bean oil. Right? Then coming back and buying, having a large purchase. Well, that's where corn is right now. So be careful with that and just be cautious. Don't be, it's hard. It's very easy to look at this and just say, man, I'm going to give up. I need to do some give up sales, but
yeah,
still got a lot of time left.
Yeah, we haven't made the crop yet. We haven't harvested the crop yet. There's a lot that can go wrong, and I'm not saying I'm bullish. The friendliness, I don't typically talk super friendly to these markets when we do these things, but it is one of those things where I do think we can see maybe some breathing room, and not a massive rally, but like retracement level type moves. Get us back to 38% or 50% retracement of the move from that 478 level.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we can get, and at that point, yeah, then you can take some action. But making sales down here is dangerous,
especially this early.
Yeah, this early in the season, absolutely.
All right, guys, there's a lot to talk about, but we can't talk on here forever. So if you guys want to chat more, please give us a call. We're available anytime at 1-800-2-MARKET. That's 1-800-262-7538. Greg, thank you for joining me. We have our conference coming out here at the end of the month. So take a look at that. And we're looking forward to chatting with you guys soon. Thank you.